Behind the Cape, some updates on the Coogler and Michael B. Jordan film that we've talked about a
This is
couple times
hilarious,
already.
man.
So, acquired by Warner Brothers, aiming to start filming in April in New Orleans. It's a period thriller. Obviously, involves the undead with vampires and whatnot. Supposedly, it has anime influences, and they're saying that it is being seen as having franchise potential. Now, obviously, no shooting has been done, no casting has been done. So how they already see it as franchise potential is a little crazy, but that's where we are. They're looking
That's
to
that's studio talk.
they're looking to start
That's
filming in
studio
April
talk.
in New Orleans.
But you know what I found even funnier? Because I was going to talk about this as well. Go to the bookmarks. Ryan Coogler loves Michael B. Jordan so much, y'all. He's gonna put him in the film twice. He's gonna be playing a twin. So now,
No,
it's one thing to not care about a narrative and lean into it. But at this point, I feel like this is a troll. This is a troll. This is a fucking troll.
I
At
would
this
agree.
point, it's got
I
to
would
be a
agree.
troll. This is a troll. Like, oh, so y'all think I can't make a movie without Michael B. Jordan? Huh? Watch this. Michael B. Jordan squared.
Give me two of them things, son.
Give me two of them. Get two of them.
Yeah, no, that's
This is
insane.
this is insanity,
That's
man. This is
insane.
crazy. Like, like it's one thing to cast the same black actor over and over again, but nigga, you gonna cast him twice in the same fucking movie?
Yep. Yep. Crazy.
Hey, I swear to God, something in the plot of this movie better be distinctly drawn around the fact that they are twins. But for some reason, I have this sneaky suspicion that it has no major part of the storyline, that it's going to be mainly circumstantial.
Is this going to be
I think Ryan likes the idea of looking at two Michael B. Jordans from behind the director's lens.
crazy? Uh is this going to be 1930s vampire parent trap where the dad dies at the end?
1930s vampire parent trap. I'm gonna match your dad with my mom. Oops, my dad dead. That's Ryan Coogler's rendition of the Parent Trap, right
Yep.
there.
Yep. I like it.
They try to get the parents together, and then both of them die. And
That
the
has
kids live out
franchise
the rest
potential.
of their lives together.
That has franchise potential. I like it. Sign me up for 3 of them immediately. Let's get the trilogy going.
They try to scheme the parents together, and then they die.
Get me a trilogy. I'm greenlighting it right now. I don't know what's going on with this movie. Every time I hear news about it, it gets a little bit more zany and wacky. And I don't know if I like that. Just saying. Let's see.
Tony Robinson says Michael B. Jordan is going to be traveling in Atlanta. Then we will find out that he's also a vampire.
Crazy. Struggle bus vampires during Jim Crow, hard pass. That's a fact. Like, what are we doing?
Hey, I swear to God, if the vampires are experiencing racism, I'm walking out the theater. I'm walking the fuck out the theater. If the fucking vampires got to fight for civil rights, I'm walking out the theater.
Jim Crow vampires is crazy. That's crazy. What are we doing here? No. Twin vampires during Jim Crow is crazy.
Hey, the fact that they're already talking about franchise, again, it's studio talk, but I guarantee y'all there is something egregious in this film, y'all. I'm telling you. There is something egregious in this film. This the same David Zaslav that booted Batgirl before it even had a chance to see life. But we watched The Flash. At some point, fam, you're going to have to tell Ryan to kick fucking rocks.
Oh, for sure.
You are a director in your own right. You have your own projects that you need to get up. You don't need to be wasting your time niddling around with another writer who doesn't want to get out of his own box. If he want to be boxed in like that, let him pick somebody else.
His own projects that have been successful.
This feels like hustling backwards, man. I'm just saying. For Michael B. Jordan, this absolutely feels like hustling backwards to help your homie. And good on him for doing it, but also you just doing it for the sake of doing it and not telling him, hey, man, maybe you can make a movie without me. is you not being real about it. Like, because at some point he has to feel that way. The man started directing movies on his own, so he didn't have to be in another fucking Ryan Coogler movie. Okay?
Successful movies.
Hey, no, they are successful. They're good movies. They're very good movies. At what point do you start delineating who they're good because of? No, now, if you don't want to, you don't have to. You don't have to pick and choose. But if you are a Ryan Coogler detractor, which I am starting to become, you would point out the fact that everything the man's been involved in that's even the slightest bit of success has to do with Michael B. Jordan equally as much as him.
Well, that was my point, is that the movies that Michael B. Jordan has done without Ryan Coogler have been successful. So,
oh, yeah, no. Michael B. Jordan has had success without Ryan Coogler.
Yeah.
Again, that's why it feels like hustling backwards for him.
Agreed.
Coogler is the one that can't get out of this bromance.
Agreed. No, agreed. Gray said the only thing missing is John Ridley being the writer, which is hilarious. Tony,
Ridley would love to pin that.
Facts. And then Tony Robinson said Michael B. will be a vampire hunter hunting slave masters who are also vampires.
Like Abe Lincoln Vampire Slayer, only not the president, just the random black dude.
Yep.
Okay.
Again, this thing is so zany that could work.
I don't see this going well, y'all. I'm gonna just go ahead and call it now. I see the only reason why Zaslav is greenlighting this and pushing it forward so hard is because he has a Marvel director on the hook, number one. So that's taking him away from anything that Ryan Coogler had going on at Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
And then number two, he knows Blade is coming out in the next couple of years. So why not get your own black vampire franchise off the ground before they do? Especially if you can use a proven Marvel director to do it. Problem with that is that the one he chose is a one-trick pony. He's a one-trick pony.
Yeah.
And he only got one bag. So if it's not successful doing it the way that he's doing it, it ain't going to be.
Yeah, and the fact that it could suck, and then that would kind of backfire on your plans. But
yeah, no, I mean, but then again, I'm not really looking to David Zaslav to be a great a picker of quality content as it is.
I would agree. That man got rid of rap shit. What is wrong with him?
I'm a spin his cream, seduce and scheme. R.I.P. rap shit. Let's talk about Gina Carano and her lawsuit against Disney. Yes, scroll down. Gina Carano suing Disney over her firing, and she's also suing them to recast her, y'all. That's the part that doesn't make a lot of the headline. One part of her ask is for her to be recasted in Mandalorian. This lawsuit is both part bravery and part utter stupidity. Like, there are elements of this lawsuit that are pure and utter nonsense, just to anyone who has common sense or how labor laws work in America. Also, because of some associations that are, involved in this as well. But there's also some bravery involved as well. So we'll break it all down. Gina Carano was fired, 3 years ago after Mandalorian Season 1 for her social media posts, stuff about the vaccine, stuff about the current political climate, some Hitler stuff mixed in there. After a series of warnings, she ended up getting let go. A lot of people theorized that threw off a certain track for The Mandalorian that ultimately led us to what we got in Season 3. I think it is brave for her to sue from the standpoint that Disney is very selective in how they go about enforcing certain standards that they have for what they're going to put up with as an employer. They are very selective on who those rules apply for.
Sure.
And so if this case ever made it to discovery, or her legal team would have a legal right to introduce that stuff into court and make Disney answer for it and tell why these situations are different. Okay, Jonathan Majors got convicted of accidentally or unintentionally harming someone, but then you have Josh Brolin, who abused his wife. You have Jeremy Renner, who threatened to kill his wife and children. You have William Hurt, who had all of the issues he had, and after his unfortunate passing.
What about the Evangeline Lilly situation? What about the
Evangeline Lilly as well? She
Shuri
had
situation?
political stances, and she got through there. Shuri, Letitia Wright.
Letitia Wright, yeah.
Obviously, not just politically, but socially with the trans stuff. So like, you got a lot of characters in here who have very strong opinions about different social and political issues that you did not fire, but you were very, very targeted and prominent on me and my social media. Maybe she'll be able to argue some sort of targeting or bullying in that way. I don't know.
Well,
That is
if the vaccine rumors of Letitia Wright and her spewing all the information on set or whatever are true, and she has any proof of that, that's the closest thing I feel like.
sure. No. It would go a long way. Now we're going to get into the why it's stupid. First and foremost, I understand that employers can be found guilty of wrongdoing or negligence or discrimination or what have you. But if you live in an at-will state, which is 90% of the country, then an employer has the right to fire you for any and all reason. That's just is what it is. It doesn't have to be against the law. It doesn't have to be against any specific moral code outside of their own. At will means at will, means you can work at will, means I can fire you at will. Will is my demeanor, it's my prerogative. For her to be arguing that she was wrongfully terminated in a state where she was willfully employed, where are you going to get with this? The only thing that they have to do is tell the court why they fired you. And as long as they can show it, case is over. We fired Gina Carano because we asked her multiple times not to make those type of social media posts. She continued to make the post. We ended her employment with the company. It doesn't matter what you introduce to the bucket at that point. You're not getting around that. They have a right to fire you for whatever reason they deem fit. The second stupid part of all of this is that Elon Musk is funding this shit. I'll tell you what, if I was a stakeholder with Twitter, I would be suing Elon Musk. That's why I'd be suing. If I was a stakeholder, if I was on the board, if I had any vested financial interest in X or Twitter, I would sue the hell out of this dude. You running advertisers off the site. Stock price has been plummeting since you took it over. You didn't even want to take it. You talked all that shit about buying it and all this other stuff. Said that you was gonna give it up if the people on the app voted you voted you out, and then you didn't give it up. Now you are actively spending millions of dollars trying to fight Disney on a lawsuit that has no shot of succeeding. None. I don't even see why they would have any leverage to negotiate with Gina Carano for a payout right now. For what? The asks are ridiculous. Recast me on your show. You're going to sue this company and think that we're going to hire you back? You got a set, girl. I see a strong jawline. It ain't just a strong jawline. She got a set. She has a pair, boy. She got broad shoulders, nice strong chin, and a set. Because
crazy.
Who thinks that they could rape their former employer for millions of dollars and then think that they're going to get let back through the front door?
Somebody who's desperate.
The confidence. And the whole thing with Elon just really baffles me because it's like, fam, you are not in a place where you can just be throwing money in the garbage. He's an extremely, extremely rich man, right? Like he's not hurting. He can obviously afford it. My point is that rich people become not very rich people very quickly from making poor financial decisions. And I think fighting Disney in open court for such a frivolous matter, if it's even taken up, if they don't throw this shit out, if it gets taken up, this shit may take years. You're going to fund Gina Carano for a decade suing Disney?
Well,
all the while trying not to have Twitter fail? All the while the Tesla stopped going down too. Once everybody in middle America found out that you can't drive those fuckers in the winter, that all the charger stations start breaking down, how do you think next year's winter sales are going to go?
Well, here's the thing. So Elon's backing it because he's got this beef with Disney, and it's a desperate ploy from his end
What beef though? Like what could make you
They
put yourself
pulled
in a less advantageous financial position?
pulling Twitter ads.
Yeah, that's my point, man.
It's a
This
desperate
is
ploy.
petty. People think that Elon Musk is so smart because he's rich. He's a spoiled guy who's had a lot handed to him and feels entitled to it. So he thinks he can fight a conglomerate on his own and it not affect him financially. It's already affecting him financially because look at the stock of both of the companies that he owns. Has Tesla stock been going up or down? Has X stock been going up or down?
X stock is probably plummeting right now.
Like, rich is rich, but at the same time, you know, me losing $100 today, that'll hurt me. Them losing $100 million next month might hurt him. Rich is rich, but you still don't want to lose money.
Yeah, this reeks of desperation from Elon Musk because he's got this little beef with Disney. But then also, Gina Carano hasn't been in a role since the Mandalorian that wasn't funded by some conservative institution like Breitbart or the
Yeah,
Daily
oh, yeah.
Wire.
Remember when she was going to take her talents to Rumble? Remember when she had that big movie coming out? It was going to come out on Rumble?
Well, no,
Like,
she has
bam.
2 movies that came out. One was funded by the Daily Wire, and one was funded by Breitbart.
Daily Wire. That's what it wasn't Rumble. It was Daily Wire.
So yeah, she had 2 movies since then. I guarantee you, nobody's seen either one of those, and she's desperate for a role. She needs the Mandalorian again if she wants to actually work. Like D. Cecil said, she's a C minus level actress at best, and I think he was referring to when she was on the Mandalorian because she's even less now, and so she's desperate.
Again, I think it's brave from the standpoint that she knows she don't really have a shot, but she's still going in the ring. But from Elon Musk's perspective, man, it just every time somebody tries to convince me that this man is a genius, I just go through the Rolodex of gas, and it's like, if this man actually had to build these companies that he stole from his business partners, or if he actually had to start from zero instead of getting pocketed hundreds of millions of dollars from his family, would you actually say that he was a genius? Because, like, where is the vast amount of intelligence? It's just hot takes. And if you like him for that, then good on you. But, like, beyond that, there is not much there.
It's very similar to Trump.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Oh, he's a business mogul. He's a genius. The fuck he is. Just stole a lot of shit. He swindled a lot of people out of money, and he never pays anyone.
Tony Robinson said, if Gina can't get work, I see OnlyFans in her future. She'd have a very large conservative fan base to cater to on that one.
I feel like this is the second time that you've mentioned OnlyFans. So Bobby O'Hall and Gina Carano is your thing on the OnlyFans side. You know, you like what you like, fam, but that's very telling.
Insane. That's an insane duo right there.
Gina Carano and Bobby Allhoff OnlyFans. I'd pay not to get that across my feed.
Agreed.